and welcome everyone. Today I am doing a Stevie Nicks makeup and also kind of hair. I used to have her haircut, so it would have been ideal for me to have done something like this back then. I'm thinking about getting that haircut for the summertime. If I do get that haircut, I'll redo the video for the hair and just have like an updated kind of style, but for today, I'm just going to try to work with my current hairstyle and give it a Stevie flair, and then I'm going to try and recreate one of her makeup looks. You may remember, if you've been following me for a while, I did a video like this a while ago. Since then, I have taken it down just because I felt like I could do way better, and I really wasn't happy with it. So yeah, today we are going to do that, and I'm also going to be filming after this a Stevie Nicks lookbook, which I've had requested a lot of times, and I feel like that's kind of the mood that we should be getting in for spring and summer. For some reason, I just lean towards more 70s looks in the summertime, is what I've noticed anyways in the past. Who knows what'll happen this year. I just kind of go with whatever I feel like dressing like. So if you are interested in this video, you may be interested in that, and since I'm stuck at home for a while, coronavirus, right, everybody stay home, stay away from people as much as possible. That's what I'm doing, so I'm trying to just get out a bunch of videos for you guys. So yeah, if you like this one, make sure to stick around and look out for the Stevie Nicks lookbook, which will be coming out probably soon after this one, since I'm filming it the same day. Otherwise, let's just get started with the makeup. I'm sitting on the floor today too, you might have noticed. Just because it's really sunny out and I wanted to be as close to the window as possible. My house doesn't get a lot of sunlight in it, so I have to just kind of make it work when it is sunny here anyways. I saved a couple pictures of some inspiration for the look that I'm going off of. They've kind of got that like 60s dark cut crease, but she does it pretty thick and like kind of smoky, and then on the bottom she puts some dark eyeshadow as well. This is a look that I honestly do a lot. I love it. I think that it's a cool like everyday look, and it's a little bit easier to do because it is a smoky kind of line, so you don't have to be super precise with it. So yeah, I think that this will be great for people who are just getting into 60s and 70s looks, or maybe don't have a lot of time in the morning. I'm gonna go like big for it, but you can always like take away certain steps or like simplify it kind of to meet your everyday routine. I already put on lotion. I use this and this already, so I'm not going to put more of that on because I don't need to. So I don't always put on concealer, but for the video's sake I'm going to kind of use it as like a base for my eyeshadow too. With this stuff you need a very little bit, and I've had this forever, like I probably shouldn't be using this still, but it's this hard candy stuff. Now I'm gonna do some blush at this time, and also it's like late 70s, early 80s, so blush was really popular to be worn like down here and kind of like used as a contour to help kind of accentuate the cheekbones. Normally I wear mine like more up on my cheekbone and across my nose a little bit, what I do personally, but today I'm going to do it like she did, so I'm still using the Glossier Cloud Paint in Haze. I said this in my last Get Ready With Me too, but I sometimes use a brush, sometimes use my fingers for blush, it just depends. There's really no rhyme or reason usually, unless I've used like colorful eyeshadow, my fingers are all stained, and for some reason I didn't put my blush on first, but normally I put my blush on before my eyeshadow, so I don't know, yeah, it'd be rare, but I could see that being a reason why I would specifically use a brush for a reason. Otherwise normally it's just whatever I feel like. And she's really got it dark too in these pictures, or in pictures that I've seen like on stage. So I have a tutorial called Disco Hair. That hairstyle could easily be like a Stevie Nicks kind of style if you don't rat it as much as I did. So if you like Stevie's really curly hair, I suggest you go check that video out, because I'm not going to be doing that kind of a hairstyle today. It just takes so long. It's got to be like its own video. Like you'll see, you can either do it with a curling iron, which I believe is what I did in the video. I don't know for sure though. Or you can use little rollers. So it's looking pretty good. I'm still going to just kind of keep building it up. Take the excess and just do a little brush upward. I think I'm going to put a like white kind of cream eyeshadow down on my lid first, just to set that. So if any black or darker color that I use for the crease lands on here, like any fallout, at least it will be already set, so it'll be easier to just kind of wipe away. Alright, and for that same reason, I'm going to set under my eyes too a little bit. If you want to do this look like as a day-to-day thing, personally I would take out the concealer and then the face powder, and you can do things like taking out maybe a layer of the black in the eyeshadow, make it less dramatic. Just like play around with it and whatever works for you. I'm going to start building up the crease area, but since it is more of like a smoky one, it's not a super fine line, I'm going to use this kind of like fluffier FedEx truck flat side of this brush, and I'm gonna go into, I don't have a lot of good like grays or anything. Is he stopping at my house? So I think I'm gonna use this kind of purpley gray called Profesh, and I'm using this palette, and I'm just kind of like, if I look down, I can kind of see a natural crease, and I just kind of like follow that. If you have hooded eyes, like, I don't know, maybe go above your crease, because that's kind of what I'm doing actually too. Like, I'm not putting it right into the crease, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it. So like, keep your eyes open, mark where you can still see when your eye is open, like maybe put a dot and then another dot and another dot and another dot so that you can trace it, and that way when your eye is open you'll still see the crease. So I'm gonna check out the shape that she does. Everybody does theirs a little bit differently. She goes down pretty far, I see. It's a very elongated shape. I would normally go in more here, but she goes out, so that's what we're gonna do. And then she brings it out pretty far too. Oh, it's Andrew.
Oh, hello. You making a video?
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing. I was just coming to say hi.
Hello. I'm doing Stevie Nicks makeup.
That's right. That'll be fun.
Yep. And then I got all the clothes there for the lookbook.
Nice.
That looks pretty good. See, this is what I'm talking about, like elongated.
Alright, have fun.
Thanks, babe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. You're taking Rhonda?
Taking Rhonda? No, I'll leave Rhonda.
Oh.
Put Rhonda in the video.
Oh, nice.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, now I'm gonna put the same color in or along my lower lash line. And since this is the lighter color, I'm gonna fan it out a little more because she really like does a dramatic lower lash line. Now I'm going to get a brush that's a little bit more thin than this one, and I'm going to use a darker color shadow. So I'm going to pretty much just go over what I already did, but making it a little less fanned out. I'm going to use this shade called Fierce. Doing the bottom too. I'm just going to run that shade across my upper lash line too, because I feel like her eyeshadow was a little bit smoky too. It honestly looks like she didn't wear eyeliner. It looks more like she did something like this, if anything at all, on the top. So I won't do a ton, just because it doesn't seem like she tried to make the illusion of like a cat eye. Alright, so there you go. You can see what I did there. So now I'm going to use that brush that I used for the last color, and I'm going to use the fluffy side, and I'm just going to blend out this line a little bit on the edges, very faintly. Now I'm going to use that same brush that we used for the last dark color, this one, and I'm going to put on some black eyeshadow. Yeah. And I'm just gonna go over the line, this time being the most careful. Alright, and now I'm just going to kind of put that lightly along my lash line, my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm just gonna run a little bit of the black on like the outer corner of my top lash line. Just gonna pat it out with my finger. And ta-da! We're not finished yet though, so don't get excited. I'm gonna take this brush again. I'm going to kind of clean off that flatter side. And I'm going to slightly fan out that black. This is basically the look. We just have a few more things to do. We have to add some inner corner. Yeah, it looks like she does do a little bit of like pop of highlight, especially in this photo. We'll do it. So I'm just using a kind of shimmery white from this, I think it's a Maybelline palette. Yes, just gonna pop that in. Now, I would curl my eyelashes, but they absolutely never stay curled, so that's out the window. I'm going to run this boy brow through my brows just to get them all fluffed up and beautiful for the world. Even though I'm not going anywhere. You guys still see it though. Just like that. Now for some mascara, just gonna put it on the top and bottom per usual. So this is the look. She changes it up a lot. Like sometimes she makes it more smoky, so you can always add more of the grays if you want it to be more dark and kind of mysterious. If you want it to be a little bit more of like a contrast, a pop. I have a picture where it looks like she put like a sparkly, really bright white eyeshadow on her lid and then did the dark crease, and then sometimes she does like a really dramatic line on the bottom. It looks like she did different variations of this look, so have fun with it, but this is kind of like the general idea. So I'm gonna do just kind of like a more natural, wavy kind of Stevie look. If you want her more permed look, I have a disco hair tutorial, which could easily be a Stevie Nicks hairstyle if you just don't tease it as much as I did. Kind of gives you like the base idea. I am just working with my natural hair right now, and I'm just going to be curling like a couple pieces. I have lots of layers in my hair because I did have a Stevie inspired shag last summer, and this winter I got it cut into more of a Marianne Faithfull style hair cut from like Girl on a Motorcycle. But I'm just curling like the ends of my layers. I'm gonna take these little side pieces too, which face framing shag is really kind of important for a Stevie kind of hairstyle. So even if you don't have the exact hairstyle of Stevie, I think curling up some little pieces around your face is important for that kind of like 70s shag. So I don't want it to be too curled and look too put together, so I'm just really doing the ends. And I'm going to take my bangs. This curling iron always gets tangled up in itself. And I'm just kind of flipping out. So you can do this if you have like a little bit longer 60s style bangs. The longer the better for this kind of a style, honestly. So this is a good kind of way to style your bangs when they're growing out and you need a trim, I feel like. Especially then, because you can flip them out, you can kind of do like a cool curtain kind of a thing. Just picking up the layers, curling the ends. Andra's back.
You filming?
Alright, so yeah, this is kind of the look. I'm gonna just hairspray it a little bit. It's pretty easy too because you're just like picking up random spots and curling it if you have wavy hair. So now I'm just hairspraying it, making sure that these little side pieces do not get lost. I'm going to do a little part in the center. The split would look a little better, but my cowlick that's right there is not allowing it today, so we're just gonna roll with what we got. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. This is the finished Stevie Nicks inspired hair and makeup tutorial. I feel like to get her puppy dog eyes too, you really have to bring like the eyeshadow down a little bit, like elongate your eyes downward too. So I feel like that's a good tip to remember. Remember that if you're interested, to look out for the Stevie Nicks lookbook that I'm going to be filming now after I make some food, eat, and then film that while it's still sunny and nice outside. So I hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. I hope you're being safe. Stand inside and away from people if you can. Really, it's very serious. I'm sending love to you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.